majority of the Arsenal fans are delusional. The worst part is it takes their fan base two bad matches
Yeah.
for them to call for a out. Hashtag out.
I thought I am the only one who thinks they're very delulu, bro. Next topic I wanted to touch base on is the GOAT debate. Is Salah the ultimate GOAT on the right wing or not? What do you think?
Sell them again? Kick them
I
out?
think that is the only thing. I think they're
What do
allowed
they
to sell them
want?
again, bro. I think they're allowed to sell them again.
So here's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
Is United hiring Fergie back?
अभी बेचारे को अभी तो sack किया है इसको अभी इसको नहीं
नहीं नहीं, as a manager.
as a manager. Oh, fuck, I had the same thought in the morning, bro. Bring him back. Let's tarnish his legacy once and for all.
And Fergie will be the one who takes them back to championship.
Imagine.
जय श्री राम, जय बजरंगबली, सही जगह पे हैं, बने रहें, जीतते रहें, ऐसा ऐसा हर दिन हनुमान चालीसा का पाठ करो, अपने स्लॉट की मदद करो, सबको ठीक ठाक रखो. नहीं नहीं, टच वुड, वी आर इन अ वेरी गुड स्पॉट.
Yeah.
And it's back in 2020 when we were at this position, we knew it's more passion and emotion rather than the skill and the technicality of the team. Right now, we have that confidence higher. We know that the team is more technically backed and more, what would you call it? The tactics are working. There's a certain thought behind it. Klopp ke time pe
Right.
it was more running on emotions and passions,
Hmm.
but right now it feels safer if you were to put it in one word. So
Right. मतलब मुझे डिफरेंस ये लगा कि style of football is mostly the same. The only difference is like Klopp was a bit more chaotic about pressing and going all in and all that. इसमें ये है कि अगर तू देखेगा भाई midfield में ये he's intricately mentioned कि you need to run the channels specifically like for Curtis Jones, McAllister, Szoboszlai, right? Very specific roles they have.
hmm.
And even if they interchange, they know what the other person is going to do. So the coordination is on point. This is one thing which I like. And I think it comes with a lot of discipline. Maybe we don't know what the scenes are going on at the back, but जितना लग रहा है आर्टेटा ने इनको काफी डिसिप्लिन कर दिया है. Even Trent was initially very unhappy,
Yeah,
but now
yeah.
since the last 2-3 games, उसका role भी काफी intense हो चुका है, and he's been
Hmm.
delivering the same intensity of crosses, and he's been there. So
Yeah, yeah.
overall, I feel कि भाई अभी तक सही चल रहे हैं जैसे तूने mention किया है, but
Hmm.
I just don't want us to get derail the season like every season.
Yeah,
Like we are
yeah,
so
yeah.
near to the finale, and we always F it up. Always.
Exactly. I mean that's what I meant. Tactically we are backed better this season, and you have a stronger team. I mean, I remember us having that conversation that when there came a time that who will succeed Klopp, and everyone was like Pep
Yeah.
Linders, not Guardiola. Not
But
And I was like shit scared because I
yeah,
don't know. I just I didn't rate Pep much.
right.
For me, and again, I'm talking about Pep Linders. I didn't rate Pep much, and it just felt he is trying too hard to be Klopp.
Yeah,
Right? While it came, whatever Klopp was, it came to him naturally. Pep was trying to force that aura about himself, and I was like very scared of the fact. And I'm so glad we didn't go that path. I'm so thankful to John Henry for breaking back Edwards.
yeah,
I am. And yeah, we are, and as you have rightly said, like we are technically stronger, we are more disciplined, we are more mature. I think that's the word I'd be looking for. We are matured, we are more confident. We know that we can play the symphony and we can strike at the right time. And for
yeah,
the games which are really not working out, you have Salah in front. So
true.
yes, I mean, I'd stand with you when I'll say that I don't want to jinx it. Obviously, touch wood, but the one thing that does scare me too often, which is why I stay humble about where we are, is the depth of the squad. I am particularly not very. I mean, happy wouldn't be the right word, but not very confident about the depth that we have, considering the amount of matches we are playing. If we were only playing, let's say, Champions League and Premier League, it would still be fine. But you have, three other cups to take care of.
You're right, but then I think other clubs are also on the same level right now. I think Man City, Arsenal, चेल्सी का जो छोड़ दे भाई वो तो नवाब है बट आर्सेनल और सिटी का तू देख ले तो if they
Uh,
are comparatively their depth isn't as good as ours. I feel like that,
but then,
because yeah,
but that's the thing. Like even one club having such a strong squad depth, like in this case Chelsea, is good enough to so you cannot compromise on that level. So I hope going forward in cups like Carabao and FA, like again Carabao में हम लोग semi-final खेलने जा रहे हैं, तो again
yeah,
Slot will be putting out a team which is stronger, which puts your other game week at risk, right?
but
And it's right to do so because obviously you're in the semi-final, so you want to win the match, you want to
yeah,
go to the finals. But then these are the games where you sort of cross your fingers, say your prayers that no one gets hurt, and you win the match, even if it's by small margins. You just get
yeah,
over the line and get the points, or win the match basically. So
true.
the squad depth is the only thing that sort of bothers me, uh, you know, now and then.
Like if you compare us to Arsenal right now, they are going through the Bukayo Saka demise, right? 2 महीने का उसको injury हो चुका है, hamstring. So do you think is it going to impact their season?
I think nevertheless it would have been impacted some way or the other. I'll tell you
Yeah,
what has I don't know the reason behind it, but
yeah,
I'll tell you the change that I'm seeing in Arsenal team this season. See, when Arteta started, it was all about bringing back passion and emotion and entertainment to the club again, and the football and the kind of football we play. You've bloody gone back to the same old, trying to go back and getting 1-0s, and it just feels that they are being too precautious, borderline afraid of going full throttle. And I think everything said and done, I think it is this mentality of their clubs which might be a bigger threat to them than the injuries or anything. Because they have a great squad, man. I mean,
they do.
the back line is extremely good. You have Timber, you have Calafiori, you have Saliba, Gabriel. Their midfield is so strong. I think Odegaard is back. He's
Yeah,
playing really well. You have Partey, great squad player. Not the best of it, but does the job. You have Jorginho, you have Rice,
yeah.
right?
But the thing
You
is,
have,
yeah, I just feel
I
they're
mean,
very static.
हाँ मतलब ऐसे फटे में रहती है उनकी. कल एप्सविच का
फटे
मैच
रहती है.
देखा, लाइक it was like borderline ki oh fuck, we shouldn't get, we shouldn't concede.
Exactly. And I saw 18th minute पे टिम्बर made a run जहाँ पे
Hmm.
डेक्लन राइस ने उसको थोड़ा डमी किया था, ऑपोजिशन मिडफील्डर को. उसने रन मारा,
Hmm.
शॉट लिया,
Hmm.
कुछ हुआ नहीं, चलो ठीक है. But exactly, there is no risk taking anymore. And
Yeah,
when Saka is there, he's able to take on defenders. तो उसमें से कुछ बन जाता है. They're able to leverage something out of that. But largely, you're very right about what Arsenal are going through. I think Arteta is scared of conceding goals, is what I feel, which is why
yeah, yeah.
they've conceded only 16 goals, which is the best so far this season, right?
Right, right.
Um, but overall, exactly what I felt. I'm not
Yeah,
undermining them. I think they're very good, but still,
mm,
I think they've regressed from last season.
yeah, yeah.
They were better when Xhaka was there and Partey was there. Now I don't know. They just look a little lackluster. They don't look like the same formidable,
Exactly. They're
consistent
not.
team.
They're just not entertaining enough right now as a neutral for me
Yeah,
to watch. You try going back to those matches that they have played before, and you'd see that there's still a want. Definitely. I mean, yeah, you have scored five against Crystal Palace and maybe another team, but it's just too cautious approach towards football, and I think maybe it is like Kroenke has dialed up Arteta कि भाई तेरा आखिरी है. You're probably otherwise like figures how to win something, and then
नहीं तो
otherwise
तू भी
I'm showing you the door. So maybe,
नहीं
and
तो
and it takes
नहीं तो
like it takes like
फ्रॉन्के बोल रहा हूँ उसको, नहीं तो तू भी भाग लियो सऊदी अरेबिया भाई, निकल ले तू भी निकल ले.
and the worst part is it takes their fan base two bad matches
Yeah.
for them to call for a out. Hashtag out. It might be a Martinelli. It might be something something. So yeah, with the delusional fan base that they have, it is even more of a threat to Arteta. So so yeah, I'm
Thank
guessing. I'm
God.
guessing.
I thought I am the only one who thinks they're very delulu, bro. Honestly, like the way I don't know what has happened to
They
Arsenal
are. They
fans
are.
यार. क्या हो गया
Yeah.
यार उनको? पहले ठीक 4-5 साल कोविड से पहले बहुत अच्छे थे वो. ठीक थे वो. अब
Yeah.
पता नहीं एकदम से कहाँ से ब्रावाडो चेस्ट बाहर मतलब ये कहाँ से where is it coming from? I have no idea. I think it is the same
And
syndrome which we were suffering from. Second place syndrome.
no, and I think इन लोगों से सामने बात करेगा तो बहुत नॉर्मल रहेंगे ये लोग. They have a
Yeah.
reality check, but on Twitter when no one's watching and no one's holding them accountable for their point of view, I think they go full
Yeah.
throttle and they go full tweet farming and all that. But yeah, it all boils down to the fact that you're just not enjoying Arsenal's football right now. And maybe
True.
even Arsenal's not enjoying their own football right now. I don't know what needs to be done, but yes, I hope they continue playing that ways or worse
Yeah.
and give us a bigger lead. So yeah, and I'm super excited. Like if you watch, yeah, Wolves ke matches, they are in a relegation battle, but they are playing far more interesting football than Arsenal.
True.
They are making far more interesting football than. I mean, Man City is going through a patch, and United is shit anyways. But so clubs like Fulham, clubs like Nottingham Forest, clubs like Bournemouth.
भाई Bournemouth, Nottingham, Brighton, Fulham क्या जबरदस्त खेल रहे हैं. This
Exactly.
season they've been amazing. Yeah.
So
Next level.
irrespective of the result and irrespective of the spot, the ranking on the table, I think what kind of football do you enjoy? And I think the sooner Arsenal's fan realize that they need to go back to the mentality of we need to play entertaining football and win matches rather
Yeah.
than being so cautious and then trying to win matches. I think it'll be better for them. So yeah,
True. चलो थोड़ा डीएल हो गए थे हम बट ठीक है अच्छी बात है
yeah.
आर्सेनल की बात कर लिए भाई वो थोड़ा टाइटन टाइप उनकी स्पिरिट
बुरा
सारी
मान
और
जाते हैं मतलब वो लोग.
बड़ा तो बात अब next topic I wanted to touch base on is the GOAT debate. Is Salah the ultimate GOAT on the right wing or not? What do you
Okay, this is a very controversial opinion. A lot of people are gonna hate me for saying this. I feel that the consistency that Salah has offered, I think he's the goat, barring any irrespective of the position, the league, the matches, the age, the season. I think he's the goat because you see the trajectory that this person has had, right? You know, driving or taking a bus ride 9 hours up and down,
think? Yeah,
then coming to Chelsea, then Basel, then coming to Basel, then Chelsea, then going to Roma, then coming to Liverpool. I mean, this guy has had to fight every time he's on football pitch, whether it's training, whether it's a friendly, whether it's a squad match or like a cup game or a Premier League game or a Champions League game. This man has had to fight like he has not had a plan B. And
yeah,
I think a player coming with that mentality and then delivering with the consistency that he has, I think he is the GOAT. And there's no, you know, position or innuendo attached to it. He is.
right. True. देख मेरा लिवरपूल बायस जागेगा अभी बट मैं भी यही मानता हूँ. I think Salah is the primal, the GOAT, and I'll tell you why. There's only one reason why. See, when Hazard, Thierry Henry, all these footballers were growing up, right? The scouts saw them, they're like, wow, skills. Like Salah has no ultimate skill, okay, when he was growing up. He had no skill at all. He was quick. But and no one thought this guy is going to be banging 250 goals, 200 goals in the Premier League. And the stature which he has reached upon today is remarkable, and he's actually surpassed numbers of Thierry Henry, Hazard.
Yeah,
ठीक है भाई number एक बात होती है, style of football is another thing. If you come
yeah,
to street football, maybe he might lose to Hazard and all, Ronaldinho and all these people. But ultimately, in today's modern football, it is results oriented. We need numbers, right? Output होना चाहिए बस, and he is the goat in that.
No, but see, that's the thing. Na? It's not about numbers. It's not about the years that he has been playing football. I think he has moved past the debates of Hazard and Henry. Dude. I think the only primal sports personality in football that I'll put him up against is probably Messi because of the again I'd rate Messi's consistency also. So I think Salah has entered that debate. And you rightly, dude. I mean, if you're talking of superheroes, if Messi is the Superman, Salah has to be the fucking Batman.
True, true,
You
true,
know, he has no your popping and bobbing skills, but the
true.
kind of game he's developed on sheer hard luck, on sheer yeah, the kind of consistency that he has provided is godly. So I think Salah has moved way past the Henry, the Hazard, all those debates. You go to Twitter, each one's trying to prove their agenda. You go to these the sports panel, they're trying to figure out their agenda as per the talk of the month, and or as we discuss the word, SEO style. So it
Yeah,
can be, but I think the only sports personality in football that you'd like to discuss Salah against is Messi or Ronaldo. He has entered that debate, and he is going to stay there for the next few years.
true, absolutely. I think he's on fire, and he's still our best player. He's always been our best player, even though Mane's performance and Firmino's performance was everything was considered as a trio. But now we know he's a lone ranger who's performing so well for us, right? Um, वो चल गोट डिबेट भी खत्म है हम तो सलाह
Hmm.
को ही मानते हैं भाई ही इज द किंग ही इज एवरीथिंग व्हाट
Fair,
डू यू
fair.
थिंक अबाउट yeah what do you think about Luis Diaz and Gakpo's you know fighting for playing at the left wing and they're both remarkably they're good for us but Gakpo I think is slightly better than what Diaz is this season but Diaz has that natural flair that reading and skill and all that stuff he has the natural gift of playing on the left wing.
Right.
क्या लगता है मतलब do you support what Arnslot is actually going in with a very good tactic of rotational regime कभी
Yeah,
Soles
yeah,
को खिला लिया कभी Gravenberch को रेस्ट कर दिया कभी
yeah,
Curtis को लगा दिया so
yeah.
what are your thoughts on
I think I'm loving the front three of Salah, Gakpo, Diaz right now. And
hmm
Diaz, I know what you mean when you say that he has not been giving the numbers as consistently as Gakpo, but I think I do rate Diaz a penny higher than Gakpo, and I'll tell you why. Even though I love both, and I love the fact that Gakpo and Diaz, both of them have been giving us the result. One, both play a very different game, right? Diaz is amazing if the defense is pressing onto you. Gakpo is great if the defense is sitting. And I think the kind of goals both of them have scored has proven that.
true
Diaz कहीं ना कहीं से निकल के आ जाता है and he scores. Or you in the blink of an eye you see he's at the right spot and he has shot one in, right? Gakpo loves receiving the ball, playing, bobbing around, and then going in, cutting in, and scoring. He has scored those amazing bangers
numerous
against
goals
and he's gonna pop up. If the defense is sitting deep, he's gonna cut in and score one. You
yeah
have that confidence with Gakpo. So I think both of them are amazing player. Both of them have great left wing skills, and I think we are blessed to have both of them.
true true
So yeah, I mean, and Diaz, yeah, I mean, Diaz is great if you want to fizzle out the defense or the opponent's air.
absolutely
He
I think if you started Diaz against big six teams I think he ventures out really well like you mentioned Gakpo against low sitting
hmm,
duck is going to be better for sure because he
yeah,
has good mobility. He has good movement around the box also. I've seen that. Like cutting
yeah.
back in, like you mentioned, and all that. But यार आजकल ये चर्चा चल रहा है भाई पता नहीं क्यों but चल somewhere I believe Robertson has regressed a bit. Defensively, he's been making a couple of blunders. What do you think? Should we find a replacement for him or
I think by the sheer fact of his age and the amount of running this guy has clocked, I think we need to help him. And I think he himself knows that he needs help.
Yeah.
Dude, we have juiced him out. We
True.
have juiced him out. We निचोड़
रगड़
दिया है
दिया
उसको.
रगड़
And
दिया है
and
पूरा.
yeah, and considering the fact that he is still fairly good,
Yeah.
there have been on and off spots where he has been a couple of he has been the reason to concede a couple of goals. But I think I still rate him really well. I do hope he continues as a squad player. I do hope we get a younger left back. We get a younger, someone who can run and fit more into the slot system. And actually, if you notice, slot is a bit more conservative than Klopp when it comes to their fullbacks,
True.
right? So I think, and that's why Connor Bradley fits great, and that's why I think if you were to get in a defender and put Joe Gomez on Robertson, I think that'll give us even better depth with
That is.
Semikas also there.
But I
But
also
yes,
feel.
if you're looking at a Klopp kind of a fullback,
Hmm.
if you're looking
Yeah.
at someone who inverts himself at times, who runs a lot, then
Hmm.
you definitely need like someone better, someone younger, someone faster.
True. I also feel that Slot has actually solved the puzzle in a way because he's allotted the right positions for the right players. Like Gravenberg was also struggling to play under Klopp, right, when he was on the verge of
Right,
departing.
right.
Usko number six खिलाया है as a hybrid number six, and he's doing so well defensively, offensively. Not the best dribbler, but he can drive with the ball quite well.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
And defensively, he's been remarkable, right? And Joe
Right,
Gomez, I still feel optimal utilization of Gomez would be as a centre back.
right, right.
I think fullback he does the job, but centre back he can mop the defense properly, and that is what he did in
Hmm.
18-19 when he was fully fit. I think Joe Gomez was our best centre back that time, and Matip used to be on the bench.
Right, right, right.
Yeah,
Bang on.
so
But if the moment Konate comes back, I don't think Gomez is getting regular starts.
uh,
Which is why I'm saying ki if you have if you have Robertson and you have Simikas and you need someone to cover up right back still, then Joe
yeah,
Gomez is the.
yeah.
But I do hope because seeing this guy, Bournemouth's fullback, क्या नाम है इसका? Kirk.
Okay, oh god, bro, क्या
Yeah,
player है भाई.
and
Even
I
Robinson,
really.
bro. I think Robinson is also a very good left back.
But Robinson के साथ the same problem will arise a few years later. Na?
Yeah, हो जाएगा.
The Fulham's gonna ask for a bomb.
Yeah.
ठीक है अपना वो कंजूसड़ा देगा नहीं